ओके जितना भी अटेम्प्ट किया हो उतना बोलो, एटलीस्ट नो राइट, एटलीस्ट तो प्रेजेंट है ना. ओके देन सुब्रत. ओके 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 लास्ट क्लास हमारी यही था. लास्ट क्लास समरी यही था. वी डिस्कस, लेट मी जस्ट पुट द लास्ट क्लास. व्हाट इज द समरी ऑफ द लास्ट क्लास? क्या पढ़े थे ये बताओ. ओके लास्ट क्लास पे सिंपल यही पढ़े थे. व्हाट इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन द हाइड्रोलॉजी एंड जियो हाइड्रोलॉजी. ठीक है, इट इज बेसिक. व्हाट इज द सोर्स ऑफ द ग्राउंड वाटर. ठीक है, वेदर इट इज ए मेटेरिक वाटर है ना, व्हाट इज कनेक्ट वाटर, दैट ऑल द जेनेटिक क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द वाटर. जेनेटिक क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द वाटर ये पढ़े थे राइट. What is the volume of the water present in ocean as well as in the like saline form between the land. ठीक है, can anyone say कि what is the total quantity of the water present in earth surface? कोई बता सकता है? Not, it is the percentage term right, volume percentage present earth. What is total quantity of water present in earth? So it is approximately 1386 million kilometer cube. It is the volume of water. ठीक है, ये डाटा हमेशा याद करना. I think I have already given the data also in the yesterday class. So total quantity of the water present of earth is 1386 million kilometer cube. So उसमें से ओशन में कितना है? 96.5 right, or 96%. Am I right or wrong? So the next 3% will be the land part, right? So land पे approximately 1% will be the saline water, 2.5% will be the fresh water. The fresh water is useful, right? Which is really important for our sustainable growth. Am I right or wrong? We are only focusing the fresh water part, which is very low. If you see, which is very low, 2.5%. You know, approximately coming like 35 million kilometer cube approximately. सोचो, so 35 million kilometer cube volume of fresh water is there. तो उसमें भी आप सोचो कि लिक्विड फॉर्म पे भी है एंड ऑल्सो इन द सॉलिड फॉर्म पे भी है. ठीक है, सो लिक्विड अप्रोक्सीमेटली 10 to 11 मिलियन किलोमीटर क्यूब वॉल्यूम, इतना लिक्विड है. रेस्ट ऑफ द सॉलिड है जो कि आइस कैप पे फॉर्म पे है इन द ग्लेशियर. am I right or wrong? This part we discuss, and also the genetic part, genetic classification of the groundwater. ठीक है, so this is all the syllabus. So purpose of the course I already say about this. So this is the GSA prelims part. We'll discuss in the some of the numerical portion in the class. You must have the scientific calculator in the every class, right? ये GSA prelims का सॉरी क्वेश्चन है. ठीक है, I will solve in the recorded class. ठीक है, I will solve. I will provide some of the like recorded class. Next photo. Okay, this part. So this is the genetic classification of water and how the different type of water is interlinked. How the juvenile water is related to magmatic water. What do you mean by juvenile water? Anyone? Subrat, are you there? magmatic water. It is also called the, देखो magmatic water. What is the basic difference between the magmatic water and the juvenile water? Yeah, new water. Where it's comes from the, not only the juvenile water, not only comes from the magma, it also comes from the due to the late stage. जैसे बोलते हैं ना, due to the late stage of magmatic deposit. You already have like listened this part, no? Late stage of magmatic deposit in the economic geology, है ना? Can anyone give me the example of the late stage of the magmatic deposit? Akansha? Akansha, are you there or no? Can you give me example of the late stage of magmatic deposit? Pegmatite deposit, right? It is formed in the latter stage of the magmatic deposit, you know? And magmatic water we already discussed. There should be some relation between the magmatic water, how the magmatic water goes to the ocean water, okay? And how the connate water goes to the ocean water. Finally, हमको मिलना ही ocean पे ही मिलना है, right? So that is the major part, ocean water. All the water going to the ocean, simple. जीवन ज्योति समझ में आ रहा है ये? Just tell me what do you mean by metamorphic water. You tell me. Water. It is very basic, right? You should know at least. And it is in the GSI mains as well as you definitely get the some of the match the following type the question, right? List one, list two, जैसे match ये हो गया, match ये. Suppose यहाँ पे दे दे हो अगर magmatic water, यहाँ पे list टू पे magma metamorphism, तो आपको मैच करना होगा ultimately. The metamorphic water comes from the due to the metamorphism process. What do you mean by connate water? Jivan Jyoti, Akansha. This is very basic, right? Very basic. Exactly. The water stores in the within the pore space of the sedimentary rock due to the boreal activity. That's why it is also called the fossil water. And also called the fossil water. ठीक है. Meteoric water आपको पता है, simple rain water. Or that water comes from the atmosphere. ठीक है. किसका? Connate water का. Simple ना, when the gradually the sediment get porous due to the overburden pressure, ठीक है, there should be the some pore space which is reduced, right? In between the pore space you will get some water, right? If you take the cross, हाँ, suppose ये rock sample है, ठीक है, either the rock will be consist of the solid part, yes or no, that is matrix part, है कि नहीं? Either some pore space will be there, right? Some pore space part. Either the pore space will be filled with air or the pore space will be filled with water, right? These type of water now which is trapped in between the pore space is called the connate water. Clear? Okay, let's like we already discussed this part in the yesterday or last class. तो आज से हम शुरू करेंगे hydrological cycle. It is very basic, right? I know it is very basic, but most of the students no get confused all those details. Basic सोचते हो, you might have studied in the like in your class 7, class 8, but this is very interesting. That's why I'm always saying keep patience. ठीक है, always be in the learning mode, not like sir ये तो basic है, ये आप क्या पढ़ा रहे. Simple. वही बोला ना. Can any three of you say what is the measurement of the evaporation? Evaporation कैसे measure करते हैं? कोई बता सकता है? What is the instrument that we are using for the evaporation? Akanksha? No. सुब्रत, जीवन ज्योति, बताओ. वही बोला ना. Not evaporator. No. Atmometer is different. Atmometer is different. सब पे मीटर मत लगाना कहीं पे भी, सब पे. So like I have seen कि majority of the student like मीटर लगा लेते हैं, वही इंस्ट्रूमेंट बन जाता है. This is लैंड पैन इवापोरेशन बोलते हैं उसको, और लैंड पैन इवापोरोमीटर बोलते हैं उसको. Not evaporometer, land pan actually बोलते हैं. So land pan is a technique or like instrument. Land pan is a actually instrument. In land pan मतलब एक पैन जैसा होता है, ठीक है, सिंपल. वहाँ पे वाटर सैंपल कलेक्ट करके हमको मेजर करना होता है कितना रेट है, रेट ऑफ द इवापोरेशन. सिंपल. ठीक है, हम ग्रेजुअली पढ़ेंगे, जा रहे हैं, राइट. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल? डिफाइन द हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल. उस दिन क्लास में बताया था यार, why the hydrological cycle is self sustainable. उस दिन बताया था. why we are studying normally hydrological cycle. ये प्रोसेस साइक्लिक पे क्यों हो रहा है? कोई बता सकता है? उस दिन में भी बताया था ये. बिलो तो सरफेस आपको कहाँ हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल हो रहा है? ऑल थिंग इज अबव द हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल. कंपोनेंट इज द बिलो, दैट इज कॉल्ड इनफिल्ट्रेशन. वन ऑफ द कंपोनेंट इज द इनफिल्ट्रेशन. There will not be case in which, ठीक है, from the groundwater the evaporation will not generally happen. Simple things. There will not. But some type of which is the water table lies in the very shallow depth, maybe there will be the some evaporation. Just water table slightly shallow depth, you will go to the 2 meter 5 meter जहाँ पे water table मिल जाता है, which is very shallow. In that case evaporation may happen, but in general evaporation will not generally occur in the groundwater part. The hydrological cycle simples, the main element or main component is from the evaporation. Hydrological cycle simple evaporation से ही create होता है ना. If there will not be evaporation, then वहाँ पे precipitation ही नहीं होगा, condensation ही नहीं होगा. Simple things. So below the subsurface, it will not hydrological cycle is not possible, है ना. Simple things. So hydrological cycle is simply the cyclic process which is self-sustainable. All those cyclic process is self-sustainable actually. ठीक है, जब भी मान लो economic ले लो, we did an example of the Indian economic. Some money is coming to you, ठीक है, some money you are saving, right, and some money you are investing, and finally आप budget create करते हो, है ना, इतना गया इतना रहा. So that is the cyclic process, है ना. Money flow, cash flow. Yes or no? Yes or no? So that's why अगर cash cyclic नहीं होगा, then the Indian economic growth ही नहीं होगा, economic ही नहीं आएगा. Understand? Economic का word का मतलब ही है the cyclic cash flow. Simple things. कितना मनी आप टैक्स दे रहे हो, ठीक है, कितना मनी यहाँ दे रहे हो, वहां दे रहे हो, राइट, ऑल दोस थिंग्स. is the cyclic process of the gas flow, which is self-sustainable, है ना? So simple things, hydrological cycle is also the self-sustainable cycle, which describe the distribution and movement of water between the earth and the atmosphere. उस दिन बताया था what is the major storage of water. क्या है major storage of water? आकांक्षा, सुब्रत, what is the major storage of water? Exactly, right? There are normally three major storage of water. One thing is land, second one is the atmosphere, and third one is the ocean, right? So the movement of water between the earth, these storage, ठीक है, these storage को हम बोलते हैं, and rest of the storage also. जैसे मान लो कुछ वाटर आइस कैप पे फॉर्म होगा, ठीक है, सॉलिड फॉर्म पे होगा, लिक्विड फॉर्म पे होगा, वेपर फॉर्म पे होगा, उसको हम टेरेस्ट्रियल स्टोरेज बोलते हैं, टेरेस्ट्रियल स्टोरेज, है ना? सो हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल को कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे? हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल इज ए सिस्टम व्हिच इज क्लोज्ड सिस्टम. व्हाट डू मीन बाय क्लोज्ड सिस्टम? इन जियोकेमिस्ट्री यू नो, राइट? व्हाट डू मीन बाय क्लोज्ड सिस्टम? बताओ कौन सा? कोई जाएगा नहीं, कोई आएगा नहीं. सिंपल थिंग्स, राइट? For the exactly the energy or like the heat will not transfer to the system. Simple things, right? मतलब exactly there will be the no mass exchange. What Akanksha said, a closed system पे कहाँ होता है? That is called the open system, right? Yes, exactly. Sorry. Exactly. But I can just say it is absolutely right. I forgot the one thing is the isolated system, right? Exactly. That is called the closed one. Sorry. My mistake. Exactly. But simple things है ना, closed का मतलब यही है. So ऐसा समझो, हाँ. That will be the nice example. कि जितना आएगा वो constant है. Simple things is that. मतलब the total quantity will be conserved, है ना? The total quantity will be conserved. समझ गए कि whatever may be the evaporation happen, that will come definitely, not exact amount. You cannot say not the exact amount. जैसे 5 में suppose 5 approximately 5 millimeter cube per year जाता है वाटर वेपर, इतना रेट पे जाता है. सो इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट 5 मीटर पे आएगा. इट माइट 4 मिलीमीटर क्यूब पर ईयर इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेशन, वो आ सकता है. समझ गए व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग ऑफ क्लोज सिस्टम? जितना जाएगा उतना आएगा. सिंपल, क्लियर? दैट मीन्स द सम क्वांटिटी विल बी कंजर्व्ड. हाँ बताओ आकांक्षा, यू हैव डाउट? Clear? So hydrological cycle, if like in the GSI there will be the some short notes, है ना, GSI पे. So hydrological cycle ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता है कि write down about the hydrological cycle, or like there are different type of element of the hydrological cycle, जैसे precipitation हो गया, evaporation हो गया. You can get such question also. So hydrological cycle is a closed system which describes the distribution and the movement of water, simple, between the earth and its atmosphere. The hydrological cycle is the system which describes the distribution of the movement of water between the earth, this is the really important, and its atmosphere, है ना? So the model involves the continual circulation of the water between the ocean, atmosphere, vegetation and land. Clear or any doubt? मैं क्या बोल रहा है? All the self-sustainable. Why the hydrological cycle is the self-sustainable cycle? Because it is the cyclic process. Simple. all the cyclic process is going in nature that is self sustainable. एग्जाम्पल दिया है इकोनॉमिक का, सिंपल, कैश जा रहा है, कैश आ रहा है आपके पास, अगर नहीं जाएगा तो भारत का अलग, हाँ बताओ, क्लियर? ये हो गया सपोज एटमॉस्फेयर, ये हो गया सपोज लैंड, ये हो गया सपोज ओशन, है ना? दिस इज द मेन स्टोरेज, इसको बोलते हैं स्टोरेज और नेचुरल स्टोरेज बोलते हैं. द लैंड इज द वन स्टोरेज, ocean is the one storage, that is natural storage of water, natural storage in which water gets stored, simple. और इसको भी बोलते हैं रिजर्वर, रिजर्वर ऑफ वाटर. जैसे पेट्रोलियम रिजर्वर नहीं होता है, ऑयल रिजर्वर, सिंपल, ये वाटर रिजर्वर है. क्लियर? सो ऑल दोस लाइक इंटरेक्शन फ्रॉम द लैंड टू एटमॉस्फेयर और ओशन टू एटमॉस्फेयर, है ना, और एटमॉस्फेयर टू ओशन और एटमॉस्फेयर टू लैंड is called the hydrological cycle, simple. ये फ्लो चार्ट करके भी ना, सिंपल, you explain all those things in the G assignments, that will fetch you more mark, simple things. Clear? or any doubt? डाउट अभी तक? So the continuous movement of water between the Earth's biosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere is called the hydrological cycle. Water on the Earth is stored in various reservoirs. Atmosphere पे भी है, ocean पे भी है, lake पे भी है, river पे भी है, soil है, vegetation है, ice cap पे भी है, glacier पे भी है, swamp पे भी है, snowfield पे भी है, and also in the groundwater also water. So इसको अगर combine करोगे, so all those combination of the water called the terrestrial water storage. अभी बताया था water storage. This water is continually transferred from the one reservoir to another through process like evaporation, transpiration, condensation, precipitation, runoff, infiltration and groundwater flow, sublimation and the melting. ठीक है? So these processes are the element of the hydrological cycle. Simple thing is that. ठीक है? There will be the some 14 component in the water cycle. Water storage in ocean, evaporation, sublimation, evapotranspiration, water in the atmosphere, condensation, precipitation will be there. Some water storage in the ice and snow. ठीक है? Snow melting हो रहा है, surface runoff हो रहा है, stream flow हो रहा है. Some of the water stored in the fresh water, infiltration हो रहा है, groundwater storage will be there and groundwater discharge will be there. ठीक है? So precipitation will be like will cover what is the exact meaning of that in a few minutes. Okay, so hydrological cycle ने global scale में भी quantity बता दिया था, approximately 1386 approximately, ये डाटा याद रखना हमें से, मिलियन किलोमीटर क्यूब. So this is the amount of the water in the earth. ठीक है? So the easiest way to understand the hydrological cycle is to view as a system which has the Q component. There are key to understanding how movement within the system occurs. कैसे movement हो रहा है hydrological cycle. So this is the main component of groundwater, not groundwater, of hydrology. एक होता है storage बोलते हैं, एक होता है fluxes. Storage क्या होता है बताया था, there will be the main three storage which normally stock of water in which there will be some store capacity of the storing of the water, that is called the store. ठीक है? Stock of water places where the water is held, for example ocean, for example atmosphere, for example glacier. ठीक है? These are the storage of the water. And one thing is the fluxes. क्या होता है fluxes? कोई बताओ क्या होता है fluxes? आकांक्षा बताओ, what do you mean by fluxes? बताओ, are you there or left? Okay, just tell me. or don't know? Not movement actually. Yes, you can say the movement of water, but exact meaning of क्या है बताओ. It is not exactly movement, the rate of movement, or rate of flow. ठीक है, क्लियर. रेट का मतलब क्या है, कोई बता सकता है रेट का मतलब क्या है? What is the exact meaning of rate? Whenever the one word rate is coming, then you understand कि whatever may be happening is with respect to time. With respect to time. Clear? Rate of change of velocity. Simple. That means dv by dt, right? Am I right or wrong? Rate of change of entropy. ds by dt. Am I right? Rate of change of enthalpy. dh by dt. Whenever the word rate is coming, that means the rate of change with respect to time. You measure with respect to time. Clear? And flux क्या होता है? Simple, the rate of movement of water from one storage to another. Clear? One storage to another. It is called the flux. Clear? Suppose ये हो गया आपका एटमॉस्फेयर, ये हो गया सपोज आपका लैंड. अगर लैंड से एटमॉस्फेयर जाएगा क्या बोलते हैं, और सपोज ओशन से एटमॉस्फेयर जाएगा, व्हाट इज द प्रोसेस? इट इज कॉल्ड द इवापोरेशन, राइट? Am I right or wrong, Akansha? That means the water going from the ocean, that is one storage, to atmosphere. ठीक है? Then what is the amount or what is the rate? Suppose मैं बोला ना suppose 500 किलोमीटर क्यूब पर ईयर मूव कर रहा है. So this is the flux. This is called flux. In simple word, or if you write in the mathematical form, it is simple volume by time. Simple. In case of the groundwater, I am not taking about the enthalpy change or entropy change with respect to time. Flux का मतलब volume by time. What is the unit of flux? मैं अगर बताऊं, tell me. Let's practice some question. What is the unit of flux? बताऊं? Exactly. Am I right or wrong? Meter cube per second. It is the volume upon time. Am I right? और किलोमीटर पर ईयर ये भी हो सकता है. Yes or no? And what is the dimension of the flux? बताओ. You can get such question, right? बताओ. m0 l3 t minus 1. Exactly. It is important for the gate examination. This type of question you can find in the gate. Sometimes maybe in the JSI prelims, sometimes, but unit of flux and dimension. Clear हो गया? So if the water going from the ocean to atmosphere or land to atmosphere or atmosphere to ocean, this process is called the flux. The rate of movement of water from one storage to another. Okay, flux. So this is the measurement, the rate of flow between the store. Clear? And the process in which process the water is moving or water is flowing. ठीक है? The physical factor which drives the fluxes of water between the stores. जैसे मान लो evaporation हो गया. Evaporation एक process है. ठीक है? So it will move between the ocean to the atmosphere. It's called the evaporation. So that the factor or physical drive which flux the water between the source. Simple. Is called the process or flow. Clear or any doubt? This is the process. This is the मतलब main component of the cycle. यहाँ से concept build होता है ना, हम आगे जाके जब numerical करेंगे residence time का, then we will understand properly कि what is the application of the fluxes in finding the residence time. Either the flux will be the influx or the flux will be the outflux. Either water is going or either the water is coming. Precipitation is a form of outflux. Sorry, influx, not outflux. Influx, right? Evaporation is a form of outflux. Clear? Clear? हो गया? और ऐसे समझो इनफ्लो और आउटफ्लो, सिंपल वर्ड. क्लियर ना? और एनी डाउट? So this you can draw in the GSI mains. So this is the like movement of the water from the one storage to another. Like there will be the process of the evaporation from oil, there will be the condensation, then water precipitation होगा. Evaporation, water will be there, ठीक है? In terms of water vapor, है ना? Gradually cool, condensation होके precipitation होगा, ठीक है? Then will be the some water will be the infiltrate, some water going to the surface runoff. Am I right or no? Simple. Surface runoff को भी ना हमें से याद रखना, it is also called the overland flow. Flow in the land is called surface runoff or overland flow. Clear or any doubt? So this type of diagram you can draw in the GSI mains. जितना present कर सकते हो that will be much better. Clear? So hydrological cycle, which is also known as the water cycle, which is continuous process by which water is circulated through the earth's land in the atmosphere and ocean. The cycle is powered by the energy of the suns. Some main energy or main driving force behind the hydrological cycle is the solar energy, right? Am I right or wrong? Just tell me. Akansa, Subrat, Jeevan Jyoti, are you there or left? So major energy will be the solar energy, है ना? Behind running the hydrological cycle, ठीक है? So this is all about the diagram of the hydrological cycle. We'll gradually discuss that there are several components of the hydrological cycle. Discuss करेंगे. So water evaporate. So this is the sun in which radiation comes out. है ना? उस दिन भी हम डिस्कस किए थे what is the main objective of the why the water is so much important. It regulates the temperature of the earth, है ना? That's why we are studying the water. So due to the radiant energy, evaporation will happen. Then the water get in terms of condense होगा, then cloud होगा, then precipitation होगा. Am I right or wrong? So some of the water will get infiltrated out, some of the water get transported out through surface runoff. So जाके finally ocean पे meet करेंगे, right? So there will be some of the groundwater flow. Groundwater flow कब होता है पता है? When the complete water will get saturated. जब full water ना saturated out हो जाता है, उसके बाद infiltration होता है. Am I right or wrong? ऐसा नहीं कि डायरेक्टली वाटर पड़ेगा और इनफिल्ट्रेट आउट होगा, ऐसा नहीं है. When the water or when the surface gets saturated with the water, सपोज एक बकेट ले लो, ठीक है? बकेट ले लो, वहां पे वाटर तुम पोर आउट करोगे, ठीक है? अगर वो फुल हो जाएगा बकेट, देन इट विल मूव आउट फ्रॉम द बकेट. Am I right or wrong? So that's why infiltration process happening after the saturation of the soil or saturation of the rock. Clear? So this is all about the diagram, how the hydrological cycle is working. Okay, from the one reservoir to the another reservoir, and what are the different type of process is working behind the hydrological cycle. Clear? And some of the some of the water storage in the ice and snow. Majority of the water stored in the ice and snow. Approximately अभी बताया ना कि suppose मान लो 35 मिलियन किलोमीटर क्यूब फ्रेश वाटर है, ठीक है, फ्रेश वाटर है। अप्रोक्सीमेटली मेजर 20 और 24 मिलियन किलोमीटर क्यूब इन टर्म्स ऑफ सॉलिड है, और आइस एंड स्नो ग्लेशियर आइस कैप पे मेजॉरिटी। सोचो कि लाइक 10 मिलियन किलोमीटर वाटर पे ना हम अपना डेली यूज कर रहे हैं। सोचो 10 मिलियन किलोमीटर क्यूब इज सफिशिएंट फॉर द डाटा सेज कि 10 मिलियन किलोमीटर क्यूब इज सफिशिएंट फॉर अप टू 2014-2050। सोचो सिर्फ 10 मिलियन किलोमीटर क्यूब ही एक्सप्लोर हुआ है इन टर्म्स ऑफ लिक्विड, दैट इज फ्रेश वाटर, एंड रेस्ट अभी तक ग्लेशियर आइस पे है इन टर्म्स ऑफ सॉलिड। सोचो, क्लियर? सो दिस इज सेम प्रोसेस, ठीक है, हाउ द लाइक हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल इज working and what are the different type of process from the working of the hydrological cycle. Some of the store in the ocean, there will be some of the groundwater flow, there will be the precipitation occurs, condensation occur, ठीक है, some of the water in the ice and snow is there, and the ice and snow से melt होगा, then finally melt होके lake पे आएगा, और like surface water जो भी है, surface water reservoir जो भी है, you can get in the river, you can get in the lake, you can get in the ocean, clear? So this is all the cycles. And what are the major characteristics of the hydrological cycle? Why? अभी बताया था ना, why there will be the some importance of the hydrological cycle? Because first की hydrological cycle is self sustainable, है ना, it is a dynamic system or closed system, अभी बताया था। क्लोज सिस्टम क्यों है? जितना जा रहा है इन टर्म्स ऑफ इवेपोरेशन और इन टर्म्स ऑफ द इवेपोट्रांसपिरेशन, जितना जा रहा है उतना लगभग आ रहा है, सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज द क्लोज सिस्टम। सी, a dynamic system constantly powered by solar radiation and embraced by constant flow. There will be the definitely constant flowing between the one reservoir to another reservoir, constantly moving, right? Hydrological cycle is constantly working, simple. It is also closed system to which the new water is added or lost or in any significant out. That's why the concept of, यहाँ से concept आता है ना water budget, और इसको क्या बोलते हैं? वाटर बैलेंस, और इसको क्या बोलते हैं? कंटिन्यूटी इक्वेशन, है ना? व्हाट डू मीन बाय वाटर बजट और वाटर बैलेंस इक्वेशन? कैन एनीवन टेल मी? जीवन ज्योति, जीवन ज्योति, आर यू देयर? एग्जैक्टली, जब भी पढ़ रहे हो ना, whenever you are studying, please correlate why there will be the some water budget term is coming. आपका बजट क्रिएट करते हो, भाई मेरा इतना बजट है, मैं इतना तक फोन लूंगा, इतना तक मेरा ड्रेस लूंगा, व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग ऑफ दैट? व्हाट इज द बजटिंग? सिंपल देख रहे हो ना, मेरे पास कितना आ रहा है और कितना जा रहा है और कितना रिमेनिंग बच रहा है, सिंपल थिंग्स। am I right or wrong? So that is called the budget, that is called budget. कितना आ रहा है मतलब what is the income, simple. कितना जा रहा है, that is called outcome. is the net, कितना बच रहा है, that is called the net, simple. So in the groundwater, inflow minus outflow will be the change in the storage, simple. Okay, so that means the change in volume, the amount of volume change in volume of water with time. So that is called the water budget equation or water balance equation and continuity equation. So income मतलब in terms of precipitation पे भी पानी आ रहा है, infiltration पे भी पानी आ रहा है, so that is all the inflow, right? And outflow, evaporation से पानी जा रहा है और ground water flow से पानी जा रहा है ना? What are the different processes in which ground water is flowing out of the system? सपोज ये है, सपोज एक सिस्टम है, सपोज ये ग्राउंड वाटर सिस्टम और ग्राउंड वाटर बेसिन है है ना, कितना पानी आ रहा है, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड द इनफ्लो, एंड व्हाट आर द पानी जा रहा है, आउटफ्लो। सो आउटफ्लो का प्रोसेस क्या है, अभी बताया ना, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ प्रोसेस इन टर्म्स ऑफ द सिस्टम, इट ऑल्सो डिपेंड्स अपॉन द सिस्टम ऑल्सो, कि कौन सा सिस्टम, सपोज ओशन है, ठीक है, सो ग्राउंड वाटर से भी कोई जा सकता है, ड्यू टू द साइलेंट वाटर इंट्रूजन विल बी द सम water will going out or fluxes out. There are lot of process, inflow process और outflow process depending upon the system. हमारा मतलब सिस्टम क्या लिए हो, whether it is a river system, whether it is a glacier or ice cap system, right? That what matters. So inflow कितना आ रहा है, कितना अमाउंट जा रहा है और कितना बच रहा है, so that is the net storage. It's called the storage amount. Okay. A closed system to which the new water is added or lost in any significant amount. It is called the recycling system, which enables the water to remain clean. And उस दिन भी हम पढ़े थे what are the different type of advantage of the groundwater, है ना, उस दिन पढ़े थे, and what are the disadvantage of the groundwater, उस दिन भी पढ़े थे, right? Advantage is the it cannot be contaminated easily और डिसएडवांटेज यही है, अगर एक बार कंटेमिनेटेड हो जाता है देन प्यूरिफाई करने के लिए भी आपको टाइम लगेगा, इट इज नॉट इजी टू गेट प्यूरिफाइड द ग्राउंड वाटर, है ना। एंड अन इंटरेक्टिव सिस्टम सिग्निफिकेंट बाय वाटर्स रेडिली चेंजिंग स्टेट एंड मूविंग बिटवीन द एटमॉस्फेयर, ग्राउंड वाटर एक्विफर एंड सरफेस वाटर बॉडीज, ठीक है। एंड वाटर साइकिल डिस्क्राइब हाउ द वाटर इज एक्सचेंज्ड थ्रू द अर्थ, लैंड एंड द एटमॉस्फेयर, सो दैट इज द मेन मोटिव behind the hydrological cycle or water cycle. Clear? Or any doubt regarding the hydrological cycle? Main theme आपको पता हो गया ना, so this is all about the hydrological cycle. पता हो गया ना why it is so important, what is the main application of the hydrological cycle, okay, and what are the different processes हम अभी पढ़ेंगे। बताओ, कोई डाउट है तो बताओ। So we'll also do some so it is not possible to cover all those things because as सोचा था मैं कि definitely we'll do some numerical and the residence time and the hydrological budget, so there are a lot of slides. कुछ क्वेश्चन करेंगे, so this is the resident time calculation. Okay, we'll do some exercises. It is not possible to cover. Okay, I will stop. In the next class I will start from the processes. Okay, clear? Next class, because it is already 9:30 हो गया, cover नहीं हो पाएगा. So let me just brief about this. There will be these are the processes which takes part in the hydrological cycle. Be it evaporation, be it transpiration, condensation, precipitation, infiltration, and the runoff and the evapotranspiration. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between the evaporation, transpiration, and evapotranspiration? Just brief पे. What are the what is the exact meaning of the evaporation, transpiration, and evapotranspiration? बताओ, जीवन ज्योति. Are you there or left out? हाँ बताओ. बताओ जीवन ज्योति. Exactly. Evaporation का मतलब क्या है? Can you define the exact meaning of the evaporation? Subrat, can you define the evaporation? ट्रांसपिरेशन क्या होता है ये पहले बताओ, क्या होता है? क्या होता है? क्या होता है? लिव से क्या होता है? डिफाइन इट ना. सपोज यू आर इन द इंटरव्यू, आई एम आस्किंग व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग ऑफ द ट्रांसपिरेशन, हाउ यू डिफाइन? जस्ट टेल मी कैसे बताओगे, वो बताओ. Exactly. Transpiration is also called the evaporation. Are you agree with me? Transpiration is nothing but the process of the, yeah, exactly. You can define the evaporation. It is the process of the evaporation from plant leaf. Am I right or no? Plant leaf, or it is called stomata also. Same process. And what is the exact meaning of the evapotranspiration? Simple. Evaporation भी होगा, transpiration भी होगा. Exactly. From the plant also, the water is going out, and also from the ocean also. Not only ocean, from the surface water also. Water, exactly. You can get the from the ocean or surface water. There are a lot of reservoir of the surface water, be it glacier with fresh water. ठीक है? कोई भी है, both processes working, evaporation and transpiration. What is the instrument that measures the evapotranspiration? Can you name it? It is also important. Don't know? Jivan Jyoti? It is lysimeter, right? Lysimeter. Always remember. This is most important. What are the instrument? Lysimeter that measure the evapotranspiration. What are the instrument that measure the evaporation? Is the land pan. Land pan evaporometer इसको बोलते हैं. Normally land pan भी बोलते हैं. ठीक है? So in the next class, or I think you are not all those people, right, much not interested in the live classes. So I will provide the recorded class. Okay, because I think you not like interested in the